we're supposed to, or at least in theory, have first-hand knowledge of what's going on at Crossroads and what we feel is best for Crossroads. And when we bring things to you that we feel collectively are in the best interest of Crossroads, and then you turn them down, I think that's where most of us have suffered most of our frustration.
I'm just saying you ain't gonna get these approved by council unless you have something in there where we spell it out.
And I'm saying at the same time, then you're talking about, maybe we need to think in terms of setting up another mechanism, you know, where it does become an administrative board. So, we're gonna keep running into that problem the whole way through these things.
Let me give you some examples of where this council has backed up what you've done. You know, the initial plan, the campus layout, what buildings ought to be, the priorities set. The priorities of which buildings ought to be there were set by the Crossroads board, and they were ratified by the city council as the first two to be built. And the next, and you know, the board set its priority now. Bill is a good friend of mine, but he sometimes overstates his case too. But you know, the council does listen to. You know, we haven't bought all the things the board has submitted to us, but it's just that type. This is a type of thing that the council, in my opinion, by law, cannot give up to an appointed board. But I mean, I don't think it's that big a problem.
How specific do you all want to be with us on this? I mean,
Well,
do you want us to come to you for every single problem that occurs on the Crossroads board? Because that actually, when you say every action of the board is subject to the approval of the council, you can either, you can take that with a great deal of latitude, one way or the other. I mean, some actions I can't imagine that you would want to concern yourself with.
Well, I personally, Miss Sandra, and I'm speaking just as an individual, I think your board would be more effective if we give you all the latitude in the world that you can do down there. We must, as elected people, be concerned with where the tax money goes.
Well, I must say that I recognize that and never thought we could be autonomous.
Beyond that, I wouldn't care what you did, because I think the more initiative and originality you have in the board down there, the more effective you're going to be. And I wouldn't want, we get enough to read. I don't want to read a report on what you do.
Well, you still have to have a mechanism for that to work. I mean, we may all agree that we want to be effective, we may all agree that you want us to be innovative, but unless there's a mechanism to translate our wishes into budget, we don't have it.
Mechanism? That's what we're
Yes, that's what I'd like to know. Jerry, when you say, when the three of you all say that you are in agreement with some of these things, does that mean that you will make a formal recommendation to that effect to the rest of the board?
What I will do with my committee, and again, George is not here, and I'm sorry George is not here. I don't know where George is, but
I'm sitting in for George.
Okay. But we will meet, and we will meet with the city manager, and I recommend that we meet also with the city attorney to try to go through your recommendations and see how your recommendations will fit in with their recommendation, the city attorney's recommendation, and see what we can agree on with you. And when I tell you tonight this will be my recommendation, it will be my recommendation.
Here at Crossroads Complex, since you're going to build a new structure, why can't we have a meeting space?
In my opinion, the needless duplication of public facilities. When you have school facilities right next door, you have on the same campus, if you need large meeting space, you have the recreation facility that the gym, as I see it, could see, I don't know how many people the gym could see.
Can't you imagine what's
30
going to
people in
happen?
this
If there's a game going on and we upstage the gym game, look what you're going to create there. You know, the whole community meeting.
But
how do we know? When are we going to have to call meetings?
I would assume that you can coordinate that through your manager. What I'm saying is I don't think you're going to get a lot of council support, I may be wrong, to build a large auditorium type facility.